All right, if anyone's watching right now, sorry, I'm just making sure. As always, you got to make sure this thing's set up and ready to go. Okay, seems like it is. And over here as well. Real quick. Okay, cool. Periscope is going. Awesome. That's muted. Rad. Close that out. And I guess that's it. Periscope. All right, awesome. So Twitch is going also. Make sure that's muted. Hummus, damn, that was fast, man. What's going on, my man? Yeah, so I'm going to be playing the Switch version here. So, again, it's not super optimized. The whole point of taking it to PAX is to break it. And people like you and Blaze are definitely going to be the ones who do it. So yeah, just give me a quick second. Let me make sure everything's all set up. My girlfriend Kelly, you guys who know her, she is manning the chat. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. She will manage them and, you know, throw them at me as needed, of course. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves as well. I'm not sure if she can actually see the Facebook chat, so.
I don't see you on Facebook. Like, I just see. Are you on Facebook?
It's on Facebook right now. I know it's running. It's just the idea of whether you can manage the chat, because that Facebook chat is a little different. But yeah, so for anyone who's just coming in and isn't familiar with the game or whatever, I always got to do the usual intro and pimp out my giant bomb mug or glass that Kel got me for Christmas or my birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Birthday.
You can put back the other chat. I got the Facebook one.
Okay. You have the restream up also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so for anyone who's just jumping in, this is the dev stream chat, or the dev stream for a Dual Hand Disaster Tracker. It is the only split-screen, single-player, twin-stick risk 'em up in which your score is meaningless unless you exist. So actually, let me go ahead and do something. I forgot to check. Hummus, I think I saw you guys talking about this on the Discord, that Blaze actually pulled off beating your score. Let me check that. Let me see. So yeah, the other thing is I didn't get to pull in the changes that my buddy Ivan did for the what the fuck? Fucking ads on Twitch, is that what that is? Okay, so I'm gonna go check out the leaderboards real quick. Obviously, since the Switch version isn't connected to the Steam leaderboards, I want to see what happened with that. So currently, let me refresh this just to make sure. Hummus still has the top score on Tier 1. That is 1,867,100,916. Right underneath that, not surprised, Forgotten Tune, 102,000? Yeah, 102,214. Wait, yeah, 102,214. Right? No, 102 million.
I can't see what you're looking at.
Yeah, 102 million, sorry. God damn, man. I'm terrible at math anyway, so whatever. Then Blaze at 28 million. Cletos is at 7 million. Specs45 is at 4 million. Snowstorm Lighten 1.5 million. Barfo 51 1.6 million. That's super respectable.
Barfo.
Barfo, yeah. I think I know who Barfo is, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that is Tier 1. So let's see Tier 2. Tier 2, again, Hummus at 2,131,000,000. So for those of you who are in the chat and aren't familiar with how the scores work right now, currently the scores are only using an integer. So Hummus actually has been the dude who broke the leaderboards once the official Steam release was out. And my buddy Ivan, who's working on the leaderboards, actually fixed them, quote unquote, fixed them. So now you actually... So the whole thing was like we were going to do a thing where you had a vortex breaker, which would basically show you when you essentially broke the integer, and then it would show you on a whole other leaderboard, and it would reset the score back down to 0 basically, and and then just show you a vortex, which was basically named after my buddy Ivan, who, you know, is helping me with the leaderboard. So in honor of him, I was going to do that. And it would show you a vortex, which would show basically that you broke the leaderboard, got onto a new leaderboard, and it would keep going basically if you kept passing the billion mark, because an integer will only save a score up to 2 billion some odd amount. But he actually fixed that in the last couple days. So now your score actually does show in code, I guess, is called a long, which will actually show, like, I think it was like 9 quintillion or something like that, which is pretty hard to reach, but I'm pretty sure, like, there are people out there who probably will reach that. I don't know how long it'll take them. Shit, if I wouldn't be surprised if at PAX, if I can integrate these fixes that he made. I was afraid to do it because I didn't want to break anything before the stream, so I'll try it tonight when I'm done with the stream, and, you know, we'll see if that works.
The restream chat.
What's that?
The restream chat.
Oh, okay. Give me a quick second, guys.
Like, they're just making comments, but, like, by the time I tell you...
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's cool. So it's updating over here. I'll catch up with those because I do like to chat with you guys, which is obviously the most important thing. If you guys have obviously met me at these events, you know I like talking and stuff. So I'll bring that up here. Yeah, let me log in real quick. It might actually kick me out if you're on, but we'll see. This will be a good test. And that's fine. Get out of here. Updates. So yeah, I was talking about while I wait for this thing to refresh. I was talking about the leaderboard. So yeah, I'm gonna try and bring that stuff in. I do want to have that up for PAX because undoubtedly you fucking assholes are gonna do something where you're gonna break the leaderboard instantaneously if I leave it the way it is. Oh, what's up? So just to see who's in the chat here, Sir Charles is in the chat, Blaze is in the chat, Hummus is in the chat. So shooting things you shouldn't subtract score. Awesome. Yeah, I see you guys talking about what's going on here. I think one of the first times I played this game, I had like 100k because I didn't understand that shooting the guardian things with the laser is negative points. Yeah, totally. Hummus, you feel attacked. What are you talking about, man? Hopefully not in a bad way. All right, so let's go ahead and check out Tier 3 scores real quick. Blaze, all right, man. So I guess you've earned the exhibitor badge for PAX South, man. I see your score was 1,493,000,000. You're topping Hummus at 1,053,000,000. And again, Forgotten Tunes, super competitive underneath at 3rd place with 8 million, sorry. Pyro Fire, Peter Bread was not offered. Nice. Hell yeah, man. No, like, that's what I want. And again, that's what these events are for, is I want, you know, I love meeting people like you guys who not only spend that much time on the show floor playing the game, but, you know, break stuff. Because even like, I've seen you guys play the game, and there's stuff that you guys don't necessarily notice right away that you've broken or whatever. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But I instantly catch it, obviously, because I'm like super into exactly what's going on. And, you know, here at home, like I've always said, I have friends who don't play it as hardcore as I wish they would.
Todd's watching too. He's on Facebook.
Awesome. Todd, what's up, my man? So yeah, just feel free to ask questions in the chat. Kel's manning the chat, so I can definitely answer those. I'm going to go ahead and... So here's the thing, right? So just a bit of an update. I've updated some of the UI. I posted a picture on the Discord, so you guys have seen it. Kind of see the new layout, sort of. I'm a little more happy with the way it is now. I'm still not 100%, mostly because I want to give it a more of a... In terms of the layout, I think I'm kind of happy with it, but in terms of the look... it still looks very generic, so I still want to kind of give it like a grittier kind of look. I don't know how important that would be in the long run, but for the time being, I'm kind of happy with the layout and everything. Also, let's see. Actually, I think I've got some... pictures here of some stuff I caught. So this is what's actually really cool about the Switch, man, is the Switch lets you do some really cool things with screenshots. You could just instantly capture screenshots, and for like dev stuff, it's really awesome because you can you know, reference stuff and go back to like versions of UI that you had back like, you know, when I had this version, which was I think this is still the version that you guys have on Steam, which has the link in the extraction up in the top left and right corners. And it's just really cool to look at it, right? And you can kind of pull stuff like that up. Granted, I haven't been taking too many of them, but when I switched over to the retail unit, I switched the SD cards out, and I lost a lot of pretty good ones. I would love to. Hummus, I just noticed your message. So Hummus asked on the Twitch chat, are you going to support video capture on Switch? Obviously on Xbox and PS4, that's kind of auto done for you. You know, it just does it for you. You just kind of have to hit the buttons and capture. I haven't looked into Switch capture. I would, without a doubt, I would love to. I don't know how hard that is to implement. But obviously, since Switch is going to be priority for the time being, if that's something that you guys would actually like to see, like just, you know, someone post it in the Discord and then just kind of high-five it or whatever, and that'll let me know how important it should be. But I would love to, yeah, I just, you know, focus attention on whether I should put it in or not. The Switch SDK is actually not too bad. Ivan's the one who's actually been looking at that more than I have because he's the one looking into like leaderboards and stuff. Yeah, so this is a screenshot for Bloody Sunday, which is one of the EVA control types I just threw in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Power Fire usually looks like a zip file. Nice. Let's see. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. All right, so Bloody Sunday is one of the EVA control types. Let's see, what else has been updated besides the UI? Oh, so the other thing is I've been talking with you guys about the boost for a while. Or not the boost, I'm sorry, the danger sensor. So the danger sensor was always just kind of a generic term for me to named this time thing that I had for when I first started the game. Originally, it was a time dash, so you would actually slow down time at will by holding down the right trigger, and it was super cool. I really liked it, but after a while, I just kind of started to change the design a little, where it made a little more sense to do like a danger sensor thing, and it was also more of a reference to like Metal Gear 5, where when you're caught, you can kind of like do the reflex mode of like looking right away and then kind of reacting to it. But I started to notice, especially watching a lot of you guys play, mostly on your streams and mostly like watching the way Hummus would take advantage. And obviously you're not the only one who did this, man, but people would actually, since the danger sensor was an automatic thing, time would slow down regardless of whether you wanted it to or not. And granted, that's kind of cool, right? Because if a fireball was coming at you, you could actually just see that you were about to get hit. You can kind of look over, whatever. But there was a thing where there was no timer set to it or anything. So I started to toy with the idea of having a timer on it. And then if it overheated, then you would actually just blow off a BFP. But the thing is, the crazier that the chaos would get, it was kind of a pain. Yeah, I just saw Pyro Fire. It's that Damn You 2 song. Yeah, so Sunday, Bloody Sunday, basically. Yeah, and the first, or I don't know if the first lyric is Wipe Your Tears Away, but it is, yeah, it's a reference to U2. I fucking hate U2. I can't stand them, but that one song is actually really cool. And it totally makes sense in this context. So anyway, but yeah, so the idea of the danger sensor was, again, the idea of, you know, allowing you to slow down time, but I always wanted it to be more of it would involve input from the player so that they could kind of activate it, you know. And then I thought about activating the danger sensor as like, okay, now that it's available, you can kind of click it on and off, and then you could still fly around, and if you're about to take damage, same thing. But also, that didn't feel good. There was something about just time slowing down when you didn't want it to. And you could also kind of cheese it. I'm not surprised Hummus actually would use it a lot when Chaos would come on tier 2 and you could kind of just cheese it, fly around with the kite bonus and stuff like that. So that's actually changed, man. So in this version, I feel like I finally cracked it. Like you basically, I went back to the idea of initiating it at will. So now what happens is when you have the danger sensor, now it's called the time directive. And what happens is you hold down the right bumper like you're going to boost, but while you're holding it, time slows down. If you start to move and it's activated, then you're still in slowdown time. However, if you're moving and you hit the boost button, you're only going to boost. So you're not slowing down time if you don't want to. It takes a little while to get used to, but I actually really, really like it. And when it comes to stuff like tier 3 and the collusion bonus and stuff like that, I think it really, really, really works. So yeah, cheese it all day, every day. Yeah, so you totally can. So here's the thing is your boost is for the time being. It's not your boost, I'm sorry, the time directive. You can activate it as long as you want. The thing is, it coincides with your boost. So if you overheat your boost, you can't use the time directive. You'll see once I start the game here. But for the time being, yeah. I'll just let you guys kind of see it from the top there. I don't want to go into these yet because I want you guys to see it. So, well, yeah, I'll just go into that for now. Back. Let's go back into the game. And I still can't get used to the switch using A for accept and B for back. It makes sense, but I've gotten used to A and B being the opposite, just like they are on PlayStation, where X and O are the same thing. Yeah, so I haven't actually figured out how to remove the application icon yet. So also let me know if the audio on the game is too loud or the audio on my voice is too loud, whatever. So yeah, for the time being, go ahead and I'm actually thinking about the collusion bonus is new. I don't want to show it to you guys because I want to see if you guys can figure it out on your own. However, I am debating just kind of trying to do it, doing it on my own and seeing if you guys catch on to what's going on. The thing is, I kind of don't want you guys to have a leg up on the people that are going to be playing it at South. But at the same time, I'll leave it up to you guys in the chat and if you want to figure it out. Blaze, however, though, I do want to let you know that you did get the exhibitor badge. One of those. So, you know, obviously just contact me on the Discord, man, and we could set that up. So that's not a big deal. Ian, what's up, man? I have no idea how to confirm cancel buttons haven't been standardized at this point. Yeah, seriously. So Ian Snyder over on Twitch says, I have no idea how the confirm cancel buttons haven't been standardized at this point. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Hummus actually just answered that correctly. Japan just standardized backwards. So, I don't know if you guys know about this. It's no, like, super trivia or anything. But the thing about Japanese PlayStation controller is, you know, you have your X where the A button technically should be. And then circle is where A or B should be. The Japanese see circle as accept and X as cancel. For example, you're crossing something out. You're not, you know, accepting it. So circle is accept and cross is you're crossing it out. Again, the idea of cross. But yes, so in America or in the US and the States, X is accept and circle is empty. In other words, yeah, do not accept or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I've always thought that was weird also, but yeah, B is always accept, and when you see the buttons on a Switch, it's really weird. They've been standardized. The location of the buttons has not, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Super Nintendo, that's the way the buttons used to be, Y and X, B and A. So Nintendo has standardized the layout? I don't know, from the beginning? I don't. Well, actually, no, because Nintendo 64 had some shit options. Like, their controllers have been jacked for a long time. So, anyways, Let's go ahead and start this up. So again, this is the Switch version, so you will notice some frame rate issues. Nothing too massive. Again, the reason I do want to show this on Switch at PAX South is because it's actually working pretty well. Fuck you, man. So Hummus says 64 port confirmed. That'd be terrible. So yeah, this is the Switch version. Notice some of this stuff here on the title screen has changed as well. The Russian firewall now comes in at every 4 minutes. You guys would just have to get a feel for that. Game is a bit loud. Awesome. Let me bring that down a bit here. Thank you, sir. Yeah, game's always loud, man. Alright, cool. Let me know how that is. And luckily this Razer Ripsaw has been holding up pretty well. It's the third one I've gone through, so I'm sure that's not new for you guys. If you've been on the chat, you notice I'm always talking shit about that. Awesome. You have a bug. What is that? Be patient. Take your time. Pay attention. Ah! Damn it. Ezekiel TX. Wait, is that Zeke? Is that you, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Oh. Well, so Hummus has actually been pointing out that be patient, take your time, pay attention. That's more of a, you know, like there are people who kind of get frustrated and think you have to be at chaos the whole time, and that's not the case. Yeah, you know, take your time, man. Like, you know, that's what the thing is. I think when you're at a what do you call it? Let's start this up. When you are at a conference, there tends to be a lot of what is it? You know, you tend to be under a lot of stress because there are people behind you and stuff like that. No, of course, man, totally. Hummus says he's just teasing, but yeah, totally. I get you, man. So yeah, notice the frame rate here, pretty solid. Not too bad. Once stuff kind of starts to come in, it's a little bit more framey, but not too bad. It's only when it gets really, really chaotic. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So yeah, actually another thing is in the UI, I think the version you guys have, well, obviously you guys have the extraction and link bars up at the top left and right corners. I moved them down next to the power-ups. Obviously the reason for that is because your score is going to be a lot higher, and I need that space on top. Instead of shrinking the score down based on if it's bigger or bigger, I want to keep the score up so you can see it. So I had to make some space up top. And also, I am still also getting used to the boost, or not the boost, the time directive. So I'm not 100% efficient with it just yet. Awesome, thanks, man. I mean, yeah, once you play it, right, you'll see if it helps how you're reading them. But I figured for the most part, the way the layout is, you're kind of looking in that general vicinity, I guess, anyway. So, you know, it kind of helps you pay attention in that direction. Also, yeah, so the other thing about the UI is I moved the signaling of, for example, when you get an upgrade, right? So watch, pick that up. It stays within that area of the link, where before I was kind of moving it up and down based on what weapon you were getting. I didn't think that made that much of a difference, because I figured if people were looking in a set spot, that's probably easier than having it jump around, because otherwise it just looks really messy. And also when you get to tier 3 and you have all those other, you know, the EVA control types and stuff showing up in the center of the screen, everything's stacked on top of everything and it looks pretty terrible. And Ian, what did Ian ask, Cal? No, actually, so obviously this is docked. I'm using, since it's a dev kit, I'm using a relay box, which lets you, connect it to the computer, and get some performance data off of it. But generally, I mean, we're about to see, because I don't play the game very much in docked mode. I'm actually curious to know, for you guys out there who have Switches, how many people use them in docked mode, because I personally, it's rare that I use docked mode. Mostly it's just here, like when I'm testing stuff, but for the most part, I just test something to make sure it works real quick, and then usually I'm making a build so that I can take it with me and test it while I'm out, taking breaks at the day job and stuff, to test stuff. So I haven't noticed much of a difference, which is kind of cool, I guess. Like, again, the game isn't very GPU intensive for the most part. I think the most part is just me being a little careless with some code. More than it is the power of the Switch itself. I think if anything, I have more of a CPU, like a CPU bottleneck. Again, when shit gets super crazy. So here comes the firewall. And I guess I don't have any enemies to kill, might as well just get rid of it. Alright, so normally I've been trying to talk to you guys, so I haven't been paying too much attention. Kel, just call it out. I'm gonna focus on doing something real fast. If anything's there. That way I'm not just quiet for the hell of it, but I want to just play it the way I would expect most people to. So this is where I was talking about, the frame rate starts to dip a bit. You can kind of tell, obviously. Yeah, the battery life is, honestly, it's not my main console, so usually when I'm picking it up, I have enough power to play it as long as I'm going to play it. This is going to be the first time really where I have one to take out on the road with me, like when I'm on trips and stuff. When I went out to PSX, I took the retail unit out with Mario Galaxy, or Mario Odyssey on it, and was just kind of, it was the first time. I actually didn't take the charger with me, but I had enough charge in it. Obviously I didn't play it as often as most people probably would, but I still got a pretty good amount off of it. So you can tell here the frame rate's dropping a bit. I'm not sure how much of this I can fix before South, but it's playable, and I want to be as honest as I can with everybody who shows up at the booth. Most people, present company included, don't recognize frame rate stuff. So I don't know how much I should actually be worrying about that. Also, yeah, for those of you who have played this, this is something I changed. It's a little change, nothing too drastic. From the build you guys have is the black holes in the back, or the voids. They actually explode quickly out in a circle, but the slow explosion is a outward, like left and right kind of thing, and that kind of helps with not having too much crap on the screen at once. Oh, straight to the face. Okay, so I think I need one more part, and that way I can show you guys the, look at all those enemies. I can show you guys the time directive, so I'm about to pick up this part. Okay, here we go. So, I have the time directive now, right? So what I can do now... as long as I don't die. Yeah, I mean... 30 is good. 30 is... yeah, wrecked. 30 is playable for sure. I mean, like, the whole thing is like, I've played Destiny on PC and you get that 60 FPS, then you play it on console and it's 30 or whatever, but it's a locked 30, and that's good because it's playable, it's fun, it's just not silky smooth. But honestly, like the thing is, sometimes a 60 FPS frame rate can make me sick, especially when you're playing on a really big screen and you're moving a lot. I was playing like the new Hitman, and playing that at 60 is not bad because you're not being all super crazy moving the screen around too much. Obviously that's a personal thing. A lot of people aren't gonna have to deal with that. But for me, as long as it's a lock 30, man, like it you know. The main point I'm trying to make is with like PUBG on console, on an Xbox One X, running at 30, it's pretty good. On the standard Xbox One, it's a chunky piece of mess. Damn it. Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can power up my time directive again. What happened? Well, you're not on a chair. Sit down.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I can't sit on a chair. I gotta stand.
What are you, not human?
I'm back in Patrick Randazzo.
Mm-hmm.
I play Source of Morning.
Ah, it's all good, man. It's not yo cup of tea. It's all good.
Repair successful.
So let's see. Okay, so time directive offline.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Repair successful. Material retrieved.
So the goal of the game is you're supposed to get a high score like you would in any score chasing game. The only thing is, the only way to keep your score is to decide when to leave with it. So you're controlling both ships, obviously. On the left side, you're killing some enemies to earn some points. On the right-hand side, while you're on a resource, if you're killing an enemy on the left at the exact same time, within that window of opportunity, you will multiply the points you're getting. So for example, right now, that was 5 points. If I was on this and killing the enemy at the same time, that multiplies my points, so I would have gotten 250 to about 500 points in one shot. So if you can kind of, you know, use that to your advantage, or if you want to just get them all, just to get them all as soon as you can. The thing is, those resources are going to help you upgrade your rate of fire, unlock new weapons by spawning upgrades on the left. These parts here are what you need to fill up your extraction on the right-hand side. By filling up your extraction, that's how you leave the level. So the whole purpose of the game is, again, you got to get a high score, but the longer you stay in and the higher, you know, the higher the risk is, you're getting a lot more points. But if you die, you lose everything. So essentially, it's just a risk-reward kind of gambling type game, man. But it really pushes your ability to pay attention because you're kind of doing the two things at the same time. So yeah, if you notice in the center of the screen, it says extract ready. So from this point forward, if I wanted to, I could leave now, but my score is 20,900. The leaderboards, the in-game leaderboards right now aren't implemented, so they're not being shown. But at the bottom of the screen, notice where it has the little tier with the 1 on it and the timer. The in-game leaderboards would be showing down there, so it would be telling me basically whose score is next for me to beat. Kind of to incentivize you to stay in the game and be like, okay, well, I'm, 40,000 points away from being, beating Frank Stallone or whatever. You just want to stay in and try and beat that score. If you don't, though, you lose it all. Also, what I do here is now I'm activating my shields on the right-hand side. By activating my shields, I am now invincible as long as I'm boosting through enemies. The other thing that happened is, what happened there is that's the Russian firewall. Every 4 minutes, the walls are going to cave in on you. So what you want to do is you want to try and push them back by heading to the center of the screen and blowing off a BFP, which is triple tapping the right trigger. And what that'll do is it'll push the walls back by you another 4 minutes, and then you can just, stay in and try and get a higher score again. So let's go ahead and do that, because that's what I like to do. I like to get my multiplier going. Shooting the voids in the background with missiles will instantly chain the multiplier, meaning your shields are active, obviously longer. The second you lose your multiplier, you lose your shields. So again, I do have the time directive active. So this is how you activate it. Hold down the right trigger. Time slows down. If I'm starting to move, time stays slowed down, but it'll only slow down for as long as I don't overheat my boost. Destroying the power cells once you already have all your weapons powered up on the left, you can hit the power cell with a missile and you'll nuke the screen. However, if you have your shields active like this and you shoot a missile and it doesn't say missile memory, you actually lose your shields and your multiplier, so you really got to pay attention to that. So I've got 3 options here. 1, 2, actually make that 4. There we go. So now my multiplier is up at 5. Grab these. I keep losing it. Let's go. Also, letting the enemies on the left-hand side past you will make them spawn on the right-hand side, so you want to make sure you're killing them all, because if they come for you on the right, not only do they cause heavy damage, they also take your material from you as well. Material is the green stuff that I've been picking up on the left-hand side, and material is my final score multiplier, so the more I have, the higher my score is going to be, of course. However, notice on the left-hand side there's a link on the left-hand side of the screen. Every time I shoot and I move, that link will start to consume, which means my screen will start to black out on the left. I want to make sure that I do not black out entirely, because if I do, I will start to lose 10% of my score every 5 seconds. At the same time, I risk the walls caving in on me a lot sooner, and it requires a lot more resources to bring that back, so it's way more expensive for you to do that. Also, if you guys notice the collusion narrative up on the top right corner, that is part of the collusion bonus. Again, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want me to try to go through it. I won't necessarily tell you explicitly what I'm doing, but I can try and pull it off if you guys want. Or you guys could figure it out on your own. What's that? Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, so here's the other thing also, right, is the lower your health is, you actually get a bonus that's meant to incentivize you to stay in the game instead of giving up. So notice in the top left-hand corner, it says low health times 10. So this is something that's changed. Hummus, I think I was talking to you about this, or all of you guys on Discord when you guys were talking about this. The low health bonus has changed, and now it multiplies your overall score. So it multiplies your stacked bonus. Your stack bonus is essentially your Russian firewall with your recovery bonus and all that kind of stuff. So notice the walls are caving in on me. The longer I can keep them from coming in, and if I'm killing enemies at the same time, the bonus gets higher and higher the longer I'm willing to risk it staying out. Staying outside of the center. If you go straight to the center, you actually get what's called the coward's bonus. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Pyro said something about LR typo, but I can't go back in that. Like I was trying to remember, but I did not go back to that.
Okay. Mad Hoots is what? Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Is it something they noticed while I was playing, like a bug, or are they playing it and they noticed it?
No, it's
okay. Cool, yeah, thank you guys so much. Like, that stuff means a lot. Fuck. Those typos are something Barry is really good about. So whenever I post something on Facebook, Barry's the first one to call me out on typos, which is cool, because I do that a lot. Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm all about. Okay, that was pure luck, but it worked out in my favor.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
I need a part. I need a part.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
Oh, fuck. Come on, start. Get out of here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Oh, fuck, I can't leave. Alright, so let's get out of here. Oh! Okay, so that's how you leave with your score. And my score is 670,506. So let's go ahead and go to tier 2. Let's see, Blaze. Hummus, this is why your runs are... Screen went out. This is why your runs are feast or famine. Now it's time for collusion narrative. Yeah, so, dude, okay. All right, let me try and do a straight run. If I die on tier 2 without extracting, I'll start tier 1 and I'll go for the collusion. For now, let's see if I can make it to tier 3 and carry my score all the way. So here's the thing, if that dude is still in the chat who wasn't familiar with the game, now if you go to tier 2, you can take any score that you earned and use it as a wager towards your next score. So for example, you could do no polar bear, which is 0, you're not going to take any kind of risk. You could do 50 cent, which is 50% of your score. You could do the gambler, which is 100% of your score. So here's the thing. You need to reach that score before you earn it as a bonus. If you leave before you reach that score, it will be penalized from your score. And yes, you can place a negative score. So be really careful with that. For the hell of it, I always go gambler. So let's see. Also, this is the other thing. This might break something. I don't know because I haven't tested this yet. Yeah.
Matt who says, I have some huge news for you, by the way. I'll have to tell you it's South, though.
Oh, shit. I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, so for you guys who are in the chat, Matt Hoots is
OG South.
OG South fam.
Blaze says, shouldn't that mean if you don't get there, you're always supposed to be the score?
No, not necessarily. Because what it is it's a penalty on your assault score, not your overall score.
Then you spin in a circle 2 times before it starts.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, man, I forgot about that. Yeah. That's the hummus bonus.
Repair successful.
Oh, I gotta go check it out.
Okay.
Material retrieved.
2 of 10. Sorry, man. So I gotta pay attention to
Repair
this
successful.
over here. All right, let's.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Repair successful. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
Also, this is some esports shit. But when you see that blue light, that means you can tap down on the D-pad, and it's all Tetris-like. It'll just pull the part down to you quicker, or the upgrade power cell.
Repair successful.
Oh, nice. So yeah, this is new in Tier 2, is having the heat-seeking fireballs. Obviously, they're following me around. If I keep them from hitting my ship, I get what's called a kite bonus. So Hummus, I think we were talking about this also where Blaze was actually the one who brought this up. The idea of the fireballs being frame rate dependent. Not necessarily. So the thing is, you probably just went face first into it.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Repair successful. Repair successful. Material retrieved. Repair successful. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Repair successful. Material retrieved.
Awesome. Ian, I just noticed your message, man. No problem, dude. Go do what you need to do. Thanks for stopping by. And that's rad, man. Like, I've always said, that's more than I could ever hope for. So yeah, you go do your thing, man. I'll be in San Francisco again in March for GDC, so if you got some time, we'll meet up then, man.
Material retrieved.
Here we go. Likewise, man. Take care. Oh shit. Let's deal with this. Come on, come on. Nice. Okay, cool. So I need some parts.
Repair successful. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
Huh? Huh. Damn it.
Is that my head?
I can't look, man. Bring it! Bring it, you damn seekers!
Repair successful.
Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention to the left side.
Repair successful.
So this is where I was talking about. You can activate it yourself. That way you can kind of time this and time those slams a little easier. But it's not necessarily easy. Get rid of that. Don't need to deal with that right now. Oh shit. So yeah, the thing is, man, the other thing with the Switch is, well, again, another reason why I want to show it on Switch at, oh god, no! At South.
Says clearly the stats displays and how it's patched since it ruins our cheats.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Jack,
Nope.
Jack.
Nope. Oh, actually, I did reach it. Okay, cool. I'm out. Woo! So let's see. This is probably gonna break it. Yeah. So well, actually, I guess that wasn't that much of a bonus, but yeah, totally, man. So, I got 1,546,000,000, right? So if I would have had a higher bonus than that, I actually would have broken the leaderboards. But here's the thing, and this is the whole point. This has changed. I think it's on. It should be on the version you guys are playing right now on Steam, right? Is you can keep your score per tier, but if you die on it, it wipes that tier. So then you won't have a score there. So here's the thing. Like now, I'll go into tier 3, and now you guys could see some of the new EVA control types that I threw in over the past couple weeks, whatever. And granted, I just kind of finalized them within the last couple days, so something might break. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and go into tier 3. And again, this will totally probably break something, so let's just do... actually, the gambler... Why did it say weak? Okay, so that's a bug. Little bug. Let's make a note of that. It's not game breaking, so it won't be a priority, but... Cool. Nothing massive. Let's go and just do it. So here's the thing, man. Is I'm hoping, referencing Hummus's Blazing Hummus patch. The thing with the cheesing of stuff, right? Is a lot of that stuff obviously wasn't finalized, but at the same time, like I want to reward you guys by watching you guys play it. Specifically Hummus, because I've seen Hummus's streams more than everyone else's. I think mostly because you're streaming it more, but the timing I think always works out. Is I work on something and almost immediately you stream it, so I get to see the changes and see how they work or whatever. But seeing how you guys play it, which is something that this guy Tyler, I don't know if he happens to be watching, but Tyler and Blaze were the dudes, and this dude Damon were the ones who were playing it at PAX East. That made me realize I need to do something about the shields and stuff like that. So that was something I added based on watching you guys play and seeing how you guys were reacting to certain changes that I made. So this is the thing I noticed how a lot of you, when you're on a resource and the heat-seeking fireballs are coming at you, you guys would circle around the resource a lot. So I added a multiplier to every single time you go into and out of the part. So I kind of want to reward you guys for doing stuff you are already doing. But for those who aren't using it, like it's not a mandatory thing, but it's something that you can use once you realize that you do it. It's kind of like I notice habits and things that you guys are doing. So yeah, the other thing is, okay, so now that we're on tier 3, going back to the wiping of tiers, there's a new EVA control type called Bloody Sunday. So if you happen to die while Bloody Sunday is active, you wipe all of your leaderboard progress across all 3 of them. And the other 2, what are the other 2? I can't remember which ones. Well, we'll see. Let's just start this up. Let me catch up. Was there anything I should catch up on the chat, Kel?
No.
Yeah. So this goes kind of back to Blaze. I noticed your comment of ouch. So this kind of goes back to how we were talking about earlier. You know, like tier 3 is, if you're playing tier 3, like you are asking for it, and I think that's kind of the cool thing. Is tier 3, I mean, Bloody Sunday doesn't do anything other than cause you to, if you die, you wipe your score. Also, you can't extract while Bloody Sunday is active. So yeah. Yeah, again, It's all about tier 3 is all about those people who just really want that punishing type thing, right? What else?
It's almost been an hour. Do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's also, you know, up to these guys what they want to see. I'll just go through tier 3. I'll probably die almost immediately. But yeah, I can also try after this, depending on how many runs you guys want me to give it, we can go through collusion, or I can do it and see if I can pull it off. Because that's the thing is, I've pulled it off maybe once or twice, just to make sure it works, and of course it's possible. But as with anything, it's always the player that once they start to really play it more than I do, or play it as a player, I'm playing it to make sure nothing's broken. You guys are playing it to take advantage of stuff, so...
Material retrieved.
okay. Got it. What's up, dude? Whoop. Oh,
Repair
nice.
successful. Repair successful. Material retrieved.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so yeah, for you guys who are familiar with this, death sentence is the worst. Or actually, probably not. Inversion on the right is probably the worst. The thing about death sentence is one hit and I'm dead. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
Repair successful.
Oh, fuck. Right as I say that. So that's what I was talking about there, where you see how, you know, text is imposed on top, superimposed on itself. Yes, totally. It's not implemented yet, but yeah, definitely. I hope I can pull that off in the next day or so, because it's not too hard to do. I just want to make sure I do it right. But yes. Picture in picture.
Repair successful.
I think Hummus was saying this is one that kind of screws him up a little.
Material retrieved.
What?
Sorry.
Oh,
Material retrieved.
the concert?
Yeah, it's not. They said due to their
Material retrieved.
Oh, what? Wonder what that means. Oh yeah, hell yeah, man! You caught that? I've been meaning to do that for a while. Finally got around to doing it. So yeah, I love it too, man. It looks sick. I really like it.
Material retrieved.
There's also going to be an opposite of Skyfall.
Material retrieved. Repair successful.
Again, I don't know how many of those I'm going to be able to try and I'm going to be able to put in there for South.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
But we'll see. God damn it. What, P?
Somebody said, well, you're
Material
God,
retrieved.
you can get the cover band.
Yeah, the tribute band. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It doesn't let you scroll? Oh, come on.
And I have no text on. There's no comments at all when I log in Twitch.
Repair successful.
Oh, weird. You should be able to reply on the restream chat.
Material retrieved.
I've been trying.
Material
All right, cool. So I've got all that.
Imagine a whirlwind that just rotates the entire
Repair
thing.
successful.
Aha! So that one is going to be called Crooked Hilarity.
Hannah said that's not saying anything we're gonna regret later.
Yeah. So that dude, Matt Hoots, you're on my wavelength, man. You know what's going down. Yeah, I tell you, dude, fucking tier 3 is for you guys that want that punishment. So
And for trials, the controls remain the correct direction in relation to the monitor.
Repair successful.
oh yeah. that would be a little too intense. But yeah, so that's another one that I haven't added in yet either. Yeah. Look forward to Crooked Hilarity. That one's awesome. Come on. There's also another one, Trump Shakeup. You're gonna have to trump the shakeup of the screen. It's all over the place, man. Yeah, you guys haven't seen the end of Tier 3. As I've told you guys plenty of times, Tier 3 is where I'm having the most fun right now.
Material retreat. Material retreat.
So this is where I was talking about, oh shit. Okay, so the whole idea of being able to activate your time directive at will is awesome because you can use it for this kind of stuff, but it takes a little while to get used to. Activate this back up. Let's get rid of this guy. Time directive, nice. Nice, okay. You can also kind of line up your shot and shoot, which is actually super rad too. Oh fuck.
Hannah just says he thinks he knows how he's gonna play the game with the
Oh, okay. So, okay, awesome. That worked out in my favor. This is one of those modes where, holy shit, the time directive really comes into play. And where I was talking about how, oh no! Okay. Okay, so I guess you've seen 2 of the new EVA control types. There's still one more that I'm hoping I get before I die, because it's awesome. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Also, this is where you can take advantage of this too. Oh no! Ah, motherfuckers! That what? Oh yeah. I'm about to. Oh shit!
Material retreat. Material retreat.
that's honestly one of the reasons why I kind of made the time directive the way it is, because I always wanted to be able to kind of direct where I was aiming my my boost, like my bashing, and shit, where am I? Oh no! Oh yeah, motherfuckers! Really? I think Hummus would disagree with you. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so I've actually broken the leaderboards already, or the scoring system. So again, this is something that I think is going to get priority in the next couple hours, is seeing if the code that Ivan wrote for the leaderboards, I'm about to die, will work. Because notice, if you guys could see the score this massive, you'd probably, that's where the greed, I think, would really set in, right? Okay, so here's the new one, Sanctuary State. Fuck. Where am I? Okay, so this is where the frame rate's really gonna kick in. Yeah. So Sanctuary State is just gonna make a whole ton of enemies come in at you, and you're gonna have to deal with them. Otherwise, this is super beneficial. Oh! When you have all of your weapons, because if you don't, all those enemies are just gonna go right through you over to the right side. And yeah, all hell's gonna break loose. Oh shit. And this is also where Ice Cream Social really comes into play. Because all those 39 million points are gonna be taken from me just because I wasn't paying attention. No! Stop, go. Yeah, so honestly, like when it gets to this point, if the leaderboard, if the scoring system were to stay the same, obviously this isn't fun, because now you don't really know what your score is going to be unless you do the multiplication yourself. I mean, I guess you guys can... Ah! You could have done the math, right, and done the multiplier times the material times the assault. This score is obviously wrong. Hummus? Yeah, I can't wait to see what you do, man, once this whole thing is in there. Blaze, yeah, you guys are crazy.
Oh, what he was disagreeing with what you said was picture-in-picture.
Oh, with picture-in-picture, that Blaze says that he thinks it makes the game easier. I thought you said you had some trouble with picture-in-picture for some reason. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I kind of thought that's what you said. Mad Hoots? Yeah, so, I can give it one more run if you guys want to just kind of get an idea. I won't tell you what I'm doing, but if you kind of pick up on it for the collusion bonus, that's up to you guys. Otherwise, you know, we can call it a night, and I will see you guys at South. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll just let you see the collusion then. Let's go ahead and let's do it on tier 1, because here's the thing, that obviously there's going to be an achievement. I don't need to do that. There's going to be an achievement if you can pull off collusion at tier 3, because it's, yeah, pretty intense. Also, it's not finalized, so there's a bonus in the sense of, like, I'm still trying to figure out what is a good amount for a bonus. For the bonus, but well, yeah, I'll stop talking.
Repair successful. Material retrieved.
Let me see, how can I
Repair
do this
successful.
first? Grab my weapons.
Repair successful. Repair successful.
Also, I noticed Sir Charles mentioned something about running into the wall on the left-hand side and thinking that's what made him disappear. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what happened there, dude. If there's a way for you to catch maybe some video of it happening, that would be cool. Because I don't have any code in there that would disable the ship, that would make it outright disappear. So, I know you were messing around with some Joy-Con code on PC, and if that's what you were using, I don't know if maybe that interfered with maybe movement, and maybe by boosting you kind of boost it into a wall. I've personally never seen that happen. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. I lost my parts. But okay, so I've got, okay, so actually I just need one more thing to activate. What's that? And you have a material, or you, for example, when you pick up a material, it spawns the power cell, right? So what happens is, if you're looking at the right, the blue light lights up, and it kind of lets you know, oh shit, something's over here. So you know you can either look over or just tap down on the D-pad if you get all esports style, and you're that good, you can pull that off. Because if you notice, it doesn't turn on once they become destroys, because there's no real reason for you to pull them in either. I mean, I guess there is. You can kind of pull them down and shoot them quicker, you know, stuff like that. But I want to kind of declutter the screen as much as possible, and having it do that is kind of, yeah, pain in the ass. But anyway. Okay. Mark that down. I want to know exactly what he said, because I kind of wasn't 100% paying attention. Okay, so now that I know that's come in. Okay, I'm gonna try and not describe this, you guys. So from this point forward, I'm gonna be able to pull off the collusion bonus. So get whatever you can from what I'm doing. Extremely what? Nice. That's what I was hoping for, man. I mean, it's my thing too. That's kind of the thing, is I want fucking chaos, but I want to feel like a badass while it's going on, you know? And giving you, so I honestly, and you know, you guys can disagree if you think, but I honestly think the collusion bonus adds like this other kind of layer, like an element to the gameplay, where again, if you've already kind of mastered is the wrong word, but if you kind of already get the rest of the game, the collusion bonus just lends itself to another kind of, fuck, I lost it. It's really hard to do while you're talking, but it gives you like another layer of something to do when you're already maxed out. And I was trying to find a good, damn, I almost went face first into that tracker. You know, the lore, man. It gives you like another layer to you know, take advantage of when you're already like just, you know, like brain melted from everything else that's kind of going on. And again, so I love this time directive thing, and I'm still not used to it, so I'm not using it as much as I should. But it comes in super handy in these moments. And honestly, the collusion bonus was what made me go back and rethink, again, the danger sensor time directive thing, because this is, shit, again, where you can really take advantage of it. So I've got all these guys here. Better not keep that timer going.
Material retrieved.
some extra parts. Have them as spares because I'm going to need them. You know, and it's one of those things where I debate whether to outright tell you guys things because I love figuring stuff out on my own. But, you know, this game is super chaotic, and to try and figure stuff out like this, honestly, this goes back to how you're mentioning at the beginning, Hummus, the idea of, you know, be patient, pay attention, that kind of thing. That's where I was talking about. If you pay attention and you just take your time with it, you know, you don't worry so much about dying at the beginning and keeping your score and stuff. You can pay attention to all the little things about bonuses and stuff, which I think, you know, like I said, just lends itself to the idea of learning stuff on your own. Those guys. And I really, really think being able to control time on your own is really awesome. Because before, like, time would just slow down and it didn't feel good. It just felt really, yeah, like now that I can, oh fuck, okay, shit. Now that you can control that time on your own, you can really use it to your advantage. Oh man. Believe me, man, no one wants this game out, officially out, more than I do. But it means a fucking shit ton that you guys are even down with it as much as you are, knowing how, like, even early access has been going pretty slow and stuff. Wow, man, I keep forgetting about the collusion thing, but that's what I'm focusing on. There's so many things going through my head right now. Sorry, guys, so... Alright, I promise I'll do this here. Go. Oh man, god damn it. Okay, well. Again, collusion bonus isn't easy, and that kind of is the whole point. Keeps you in the game a little longer than you really should. But that is the point. These guys. Ah, damn it. He's got a what? All right, man. See you in San Antonio. Here we go. Why do I keep losing? God damn it. right, so yeah, then I guess
Material retrieved.
because I'm right about to die anyway if I don't get this collision bonus, and this will be the last playthrough. So damn it.
Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved.
Uh-oh, my parts.
Repair successful. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Material retrieved. Repair successful.
Oh no! Ah. All right, guys. Yeah. For you guys that were there, Jesus. Yeah, that hurts my eyes. Yeah. So that's the Switch version. You can see how it's running, how it's you know, pretty similar to the Steam version outside of some little things here and there. But yeah, that was intense. Yeah, collusion bonus. I'll talk to you guys about that at South and stuff. And if you guys have questions about it, you know, we can answer those. Yeah, outside of that, those are the updates so far. Just some changes to the UI. Let me see. In terms of the title screen, just you know, you guys can see that there's a prologue now that has kind of the buttons and stuff. You can use the right stick to kind of go up and down and stuff. This is obviously still not 100% final, so it's a little buggy. Not exactly 100% what it should be, but you know, epilogue, this will be where the leaderboards will show up in game. Credits, obviously, credits. Settings, and then this shouldn't be showing up on consoles. Only on PC. This is to quit. If you do that, it actually just crashes the Switch, which is pretty funny. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. Let me just catch up on some. Oh, thanks, Blaze. Yeah, we'll see, man. At South, you'll get your hands on it and you know, see it, you know, firsthand and see how it actually kind of runs. It does run well. I still want to aim for a little bit better of a frame rate when stuff gets pretty crazy, which shouldn't be too hard. I'm sure it's just a lot of like carelessness on my side with some code, but it shouldn't be anything I can't figure out. Just a reminder, I put some of the messages in Switch support. Oh, okay, cool. I will look at those in a bit, unless it's something I need to look at now. Right. Ah! Okay, good catch. I saw that. Awesome. Thanks, man. Awesome. Okay, cool. I will look at that. That's probably just something that was mine. Okay. Cool. Is there anything I need to catch up on, Cal? Do you remember? No? All right, cool. Yeah, well, thank you guys for stopping by. If you just happen to come in at the end of the stream, you know, feel free to just go back and watch the archive. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord. It is discord.gg/AskAnEnemyStudios. I will be at PAX South this weekend. And Blaze won the exhibitor badge. So Blaze, just get in touch with me that way, man. Outside of that, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys at PAX South. Peace.